This is a short video about the Visconti Rembrandt fountain pen. Visconti is an Italian brand from Florence. I love Florence, so I had to get one of their pens really. And they have quite a few very high-end and very classy writing instruments, so they just have very beautiful stuff that they design. And I picked the Visconti Rembrandt because I wanted a light fountain pen, like something white or beige or whatever. And this Rembrandt really I really liked it, so I chose this one. It has some sort of slight marbling effect, which is supposed to look a bit like Rembrandt's typical style. I really like it. It is a very high-end pen for the price you're paying. I think this cost about 130 euros or something, I think. We ordered it online from Italy, which is good because I'm in Europe, so it was there the next day. They sent it with FedEx. It's from Giardino Italian online shop, and I bought it there because they had the nib option that I wanted to try. And this is the extra fine calligraphy nib. This nib used to be sold, I think, exclusively in those calligraphy packages they had from the Rembrandt fountain pen. But in this online shop I could pick it for just the pen as well. So this is an extra fine nib and it's said to be flexible. So I'm really curious to find out how flexible it really is and, well, how good this pen works for calligraphy. And that's what I will test today. I have to say, this pen feels really solid because it has a metal grip section. I really like it. The top is snap-in with a what's it called, magnet. So it's really nice that you don't have to screw it on. I like it. Anyway, let's try this pen and writing. The nib is really extra fine. It can be compared to Japanese fine nib, I would say. But for a European pen, this nib does write a very fine line. It is a steel nib, but it is very smooth as far as I'm concerned. It is maybe a bit toothy, but that's to be expected from a very fine nib. So let's try the flexi business. It does flex. The flex is on the hard side, I would say. You really have to put on some pressure to get some kind of flexing going here. And you see already that the ink flow does not keep up with my flexing. Some railroading is to be expected here, especially if you're going a bit faster. Oh, turn this around. And when I flex this nib, it feels quite scratchy in a way. It's not a very smooth feeling on the paper once it's flexed. I think you can actually hear it. Let me try and write something. Yeah, it does work. So as you can see, it is possible to get a flex going on here, like to get some line variation with this pen. The downside is that being a steel nib, this is not a very smooth writing experience once you use it in flex mode, and you have to put some serious pressure on there to get this kind of flex going, but it is possible. I think for this style of writing or modern calligraphy, it is absolutely possible to use this pen, although I have to say that I have other flex nibs which are a bit smoother. For example, the Falcon is a bit smoother, and I think the Century 3776 is a bit smoother as well. I might actually do a comparison down the line. Well, anyway, back to this pen. What about like Spencerian style? Nope. Oh, not really. The nib is too stiff for this kind of thing. I prefer a typical calligraphy nib that is quite soft and flexes easily to do some kind of faster style writing. And the nib is, it kind of doesn't snap back too nice. Like if you go slow, I think you can actually do it. No, it doesn't really work this well. I guess you can. If you really want to, you can probably make this work, but you have to put up with the fact that this nib won't snap back as fast as your ordinary calligraphy nib would. So like if you, for example, come down from a T and lift, the line is still going to be bigger a bit. For my liking, it is a bit too stiff. Maybe this one will break in. I can't speak for this. I've only had it since Christmas, so that's only 2 days, and I haven't really flexed a whole lot with it. So this might actually get easier with time. And if you're going slow, it can absolutely be done. But don't expect like really soft flexing. You apply pressure and then it flexes. Nevertheless, it's a really nice pen, which I will probably have in my purse all day, every day, and use it quite a bit. Maybe not so much for my calligraphy practice, but on the go, I'm sure I will use this as my practice pen. Another thing is the filling mechanism. I think right now I've got just ordinary cartridges in there, but you can actually get a converter and have more ink in there, which will probably be needed if you want to use it as calligraphy pen, because I think a small cartridge will run out of ink very quickly. Yeah, so I really like this pen, and I do recommend it, but keep in mind that it can't be compared to a pointed pen for calligraphy.